Hey Dom, this is Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into the song My Universe by Coldplay and BTS. There have been about 2 or 3 controversies over this song, and no worries, I am here to talk about all of them and give you the full tea. I have a lot of thoughts, and I also have a lot of thoughts on BTS speaking out about current issues and what is happening right now. It's very interesting, so let's grab your dumpling tea spilling mug merch and let's jump into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a video drops. And if you're a hater, I'd like to be first to leave your hate comment. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also, and you'll be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. First off, the song My Universe is so good. I will be posting a reaction video to the lyric video on Patreon, link down below if you want to see it. The song is so amazing and I thought it sounded so beautiful. But of course, with any drop, there are a few controversies that came about that I couldn't even just list one. The first one is a more general one, but it's just people who didn't like it. Whether that was because they might have been a racist and don't like Korean words, because speaking anything but English is offensive, or they simply didn't like the melody or whatever. And not liking a song is always fine. But I think in this day and age, we do need to clarify why. And writing a tweet out like, this is the first Coldplay song I didn't like, can be very harmful. Because the only thing different between this song and others is that BTS is on it. Given it is now concrete evidence, before it was just an assumption, but concrete now that BTS is not simply an artist, but they are involved in politics and involved in moving America forward to have a more inclusive entertainment industry for Asians. There's literally people saying it's not that deep, but that is literally why they were invited and awarded an award at the UN. Because of that, you can't say you simply don't like a song, because that song is what's opening doors for Asians. You can say the melody was not for me, or you thought the melody was too basic for you, or you don't like the lyrics. I don't know. These are things that you should clarify, because hating on the main source of Asian representation without clarifying a reason is going to cause trouble, big trouble. This was one of the big controversies. It just seemed some Coldplay fans weren't into this idea and collab. Of course, there has always been a bit of gatekeeping in the entertainment industry, and people don't want to see their favorite artist collab with someone new or different. And some people still believe BTS is just a trend, so the thought is they don't want their favorite artist to collab with a trend. Even if BTS disappears tomorrow, they are no longer relevant, no one will stream their music anymore, the world is boring now. They have far past the point where they are not going to be taught in the history books. They have made history. Typically, a trendy artist that just disappears are not people that make history. But it seems those fans aren't streaming, but whatever. The next controversy is a bit of a bigger one, and I want to explain this one. I have a lot of thoughts. Line distribution. This is a hot topic when BTS comes out with any song. There's always complaints that Jungkook gets the most lines and Jin usually gets the least, as well as J-Hope. I think it would be Jin, J-Hope, and Taeyang who are usually crowned the members that get forgotten the most. People get so mad when I say they're the most forgotten. They historically are. I'm not saying they deserve to be. I am saying they are. But I think in My Universe, Jin and Jimin actually had the least amount of lines. This was to the point where I think Jimin was almost just like a harmony on one of the phrases, and then Jin just had one line to end the second or third chorus. So 4 words. Jungkook had almost 2 whole verses, and the rap line had their moments. RM was singing though. Now I have thoughts on line distribution, but I'll let BTS say what they say about it. There was an interview that came out where BTS said this. I don't know which interview, but they were asked how they felt about line distribution and how it is chosen. They apparently sing the entirety of the song, and then maybe it goes to a producer, and the producer cuts the strongest parts from each member and puts it on the track. BTS records their songs individually and on their own. So it's not like all of them are in the studio at once. They record it all on their own and it's cut out. This is a completely different process than most other groups. As the other groups, the lines will specifically be chosen already by the producer, and even if you think you could sing a line better than your bandmate, you don't get a chance because the producer chose your bandmate already. In the way BTS or Big Hit does it, gives the opportunity to each member to potentially have the most lines if their voice is on point for most of it. There was also an interview where the interviewer asked J-Hope how he felt about the line distribution, and he mentioned that they do not feel greedy with the lines. I'm sure they want more lines, but they understand that their voice wouldn't have been the best choice. I don't know if this is how they recorded for My Universe, because I don't know how much involvement Big Hit would have versus just how Coldplay's label would have cut up the song. But I imagine if BTS is the most comfortable recording in the way I just mentioned, then Coldplay's label would have let BTS do it that way. One of the last controversies I saw online was over the fact that people felt this song was copied or felt familiar. And I don't mean the tweets everyone writes where they say it's the song of the year, but some people felt it sounded similar to the In the Soup theme song, and others just felt it sounded familiar but couldn't pinpoint it. I think the song is supposed to give a very nostalgic feel to it. It's supposed to make you feel like you've been there before and feel not human, if that makes sense. And oftentimes the way you do this is using chords and music sounds that are synonymous with pop music, so very classic pop music sounds, which is exactly what it sounds like. A mixture of very classic pop sounds. Every phrase, if you just take the phrase and cut out everything else and isolate the phrase, it sounds like, to me, a part of another song. So it's just a bunch of songs and popular sounds put together, at least in my opinion. And I can sit here and say this part sounds like this and this part sounds like this other song, but there's no point in doing that. And also a lot of pop songs take sounds from other songs. There's nothing original that exists anymore. Original now is just a mixture of sounds mixed in with your thoughts. These lyrics are original even if you feel the sound isn't. Aside from literally making history with Coldplay, BTS has been making history in general, and obviously was at the UN. They had met the president of South Korea, and they even shot a conversation they had. And I think it's very important to have people like BTS and their influence to speak up about these type of things. Obviously, they couldn't ignore this hot topic of getting the vaccine. I want to clarify, I am 100% vaccinated, and I got the vaccine the moment I was eligible to. I thought it was the most important thing for us to do, and the right step going forward. I wish they asked celebrities like BTS to be the first in line to get vaccinated, as it would have removed a lot of controversy within getting the vaccine. I feel extremely for being vaccinated and wearing a mask. If there's any anti-vax, anti-mask comments on here, and I see it, I will delete it. I want to make that very clear. I do believe there's some exceptions. I will talk about that in a minute, but I was very happy to see BTS take this side as well and agree. Jin talked about this in a much classier way than I did, but I am not classy, so I do not mind taking the rougher way of speaking. But Jin is, and talked about how he understands the fear of the vaccine because it is something that has not existed before. But he believes if we stay scared, we cannot move forward. The issue is that it's not people being scared because it did not exist before. I can understand not wanting to get vaccinated if you're pregnant or scared it's not safe yet due to it not being out for that long, which is what Jin said. Or having underlying conditions that you feel may conflict with the vaccine. And if this is something you spoke about with your doctor and he confirmed it's best not to take it, then I understand this fear and can empathize. The majority of people who don't want to get vaccinated or wear a mask or show their vaccine card are people who think it's because the government is trying to track you and that the vaccine has a microchip in it. You know what else has a microchip that you spend 50 hours on every day? Your phone, your laptop, everything else you have. You chucking those away? And if you did or didn't, I don't care. You not having a phone doesn't affect me in any way. You not getting vaccinated affects all of us. And pushing this thing that should have ended a long time ago to still be going on. As Jin said, if we do not get vaccinated, we cannot progress. I am glad that BTS has spoken out about this, and regardless of whether they spoke about this or not, armies are not stupid, and I believe a lot of us got vaccinated already. BTS has mentioned how they all got vaccinated already, and this likely inspired some who maybe were hesitant to go ahead and do it. And you see BTS is safe, you see the majority of people are safe, and the majority is like 99.9999%. Like, you can count with your hands the people who have been hurt by the vaccine, and it's likely because they had several conditions already. The vaccine is safe, and if you're concerned, talk to your doctor and then get it. I think it's important to have an open discussion about this, and I'm willing to read and debate with people who have valid concerns on the vaccine. And it's not there's a microchip in the vaccine. Although these concerns shouldn't be left on a public video, but something to discuss privately with your family and your doctor. We can move past this. I know a lot of places are going back into lockdown. Stay strong. We will be all right. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so to keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you like to see over there. We have a great time interacting and having fun over there. So if you're interested in being a part of all of that, link is in the top description down below. There is a video over there that kind of goes over how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. The video is on the front page and it's free to watch. With that said, there's two videos that will appear up on the screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.